You're watching the station that works for you. Now, Good Morning Maryland.
Severe weather strikes Maryland this past weekend, producing a possible tornado in Harford County. We're going to tell you how one family is thankful to be alive today.
He was there to root on his team. This morning, he's in the hospital. We're going to tell you what happened to one fan who slipped and fell while on an escalator. And
it turned ugly early and never really turned around. Sunday was a tough one for the Ravens on the road in Houston. We'll show you what happened on this Monday, October 22nd. Good morning, Maryland. I'm Charlie Krause.
I'm Megan Pringle. Thanks so much for joining us. Hope despite that Ravens game, you had a good weekend. All right. Well, the weather was certainly gorgeous, especially for Race for the Cure out in Hunt Valley. It couldn't have been better.
All right. Time now we're checking the forecast with Lynette. We need to keep the good times rolling here, Lynette.
Okay. I'm going to keep them rolling for you, Charlie. It's going to be another nice day on tap, starting like it did yesterday. On the chilly side, Aberdeen's temperature right now at 49 degrees. That dew point coming in at 40. And we can see what's going on with temperatures right now across the board. We zoom out, we can see around Chestertown 41 degrees, 50 in Catonsville right now, and Mount Airy at 48 degrees, Manchester at 48. So this means that you need that coat as you head out the door this morning. Now we look at Maryland's most powerful radar, and we are nice and dry, and these dry times are going to continue as we head through the remainder of today. So if you can't get out today, we're also going to be doing it tomorrow. So it's going to be some dry weather in the offing as we go through the next several days. We look at what's going on for our planner for today, and while we can see that temperature when you wake up this morning around 7 o'clock coming in at 47 degrees, and by lunchtime that temperature at 65 with lots of sunshine outside. Let's get a check now of the ABC2 Time Saver traffic with Lauren Cook. Good morning.
Good morning, Lynette. Beautiful day. Unfortunately, it's not so nice right now on 95 in Laurel. We are dealing with a crash right along the southbound lanes at Route 198. And as we check in and take a live look just north of this scene on 95 at 195, you'll notice everything will be up to speed right now. There are no delays heading up towards the Beltway, and it will remain nice and clear as you do travel downtown. No problems to report through that Fort McHenry Tunnel or the Harbor Tunnel. As we pull up some drive times, you'll notice 695 going to be in great shape as well. You're looking at just an 11-minute ride right now on the outer loop from 95 up to 83. And you're actually taking a look at a picture right now of a fire in Federal Hill. Megan and Charlie will have more on that coming up now.
We begin with breaking news this morning. That fire out of Federal Hill that Lauren just mentioned. Crews are on the scene of that house fire. It's on Battery Avenue near East Giddings Street. Firefighters had to evacuate the building. There is cell phone video that we want to show you, but right now you're looking at pictures. Here's the video. And we do have a crew on the scene right now. We will bring you more details throughout the morning as they become available to us. We're going to learn today if a tornado touched down in Harford County. The strong winds from Friday night's storm, they brought down trees, and they did some pretty bad damage. We're talking about the area of Jarrettsville. ABC2 News' Cherie Johnson is here with more. And Cherie, just how bad was it?
Well, Megan, there was no damage to report in the Baltimore area. It looks like there was only one target in Harford County, a house on Cox Road in Jarrettsville. Today, the National Weather Service will determine if it was a tornado. Don Alcorn was the only one cleaning up storm damage this weekend. 2 large trees came down in his backyard. The TV antenna on his roof blew off, and the furniture on his front porch was tossed several feet. The National Weather Service came out to the area and took pictures. They talked to witnesses to rate the damage and determine if it was a tornado.
The storm that we saw on radar, there was definitely rotation with it. There was a strong rotation signature at about 2,000 feet, and I am seeing trees that are folded over in different directions.
Now, once again, the National Weather Service will make that final call today. Cherie Johnson, ABC2 News.
This time 5:04, and some losses are tough to take, like the one that happened in the final seconds. Others, they just start ugly and only get worse. Yesterday was the latter for the Ravens as they went deep into the heart of Texas for a matchup with the Houston Texans. Both teams started the day at 5-1, but Houston took the fight to Baltimore early and never let up. Joe Flacco threw for 143 yards and had 2 picks, while Ray Rice could only muster 42 yards on the ground. And there was just no answer Sunday against the Texans team that hit the Ravens defense in the air and on the ground.
Yeah, it's always frustrating when you lose, period. Obviously, when you lose like that, you know, you don't feel good about it. But, you know, like we said in the locker room, they all count the same no matter how you lose. Good thing for us in this one because, you know, we took one on the chin here.
What to say about that other than they got after us and they beat us? Give them credit. They played excellent. We did not.
Texans QB Matt Schaub threw for 250 yards and 2 scores, while Arian Foster, now healthy once again, ran for almost 100 and had 2 scores of his own. The Ravens, they're off this week before heading to Cleveland for a November 4th meeting with the Browns.
Oh, we know it's tough thinking about the Ravens after that loss in Houston, but it seems like they won't be back home for about a month. They've got a bye week and then a trip to Cleveland. But if you're thinking about following them to Ohio to see the Browns, you're actually picking one of the least expensive NFL road trips. ABC compiled a list of the most affordable road trips. Of the top 11 Baltimore visits, 3 of those cities this season. So in addition to Cleveland, you could hit up Cincinnati. That's another one that will save you some money. And also, believe it or not, San Diego. When you add up the average cost of a ticket for a one-night hotel stay, you're going to shell out less than $310. Well, a fan at the New York Giants-Washington Redskins game in the hospital this morning. The man was leaving MetLife Stadium when he fell 20 feet from an escalator, landing on a metal stage. It's not clear what caused him to fall in the first place. He is in critical condition this morning.
5:06, and the man who wants to keep Baltimore streets safe will be officially confirmed today. Last week, Commissioner-designee Anthony Batts answered questions from council members and citizens. He says he's prepared to take on the challenges that come with the office of Baltimore City Commissioner. Well, they could have targeted your parents or even your grandmother. Today, a woman accused of scamming elderly out of money will go before a judge. Vanika Powers is one of 5 people charged with pretending to be a city worker and taking money from older adults. Police say they told their victims they were behind on their property taxes and threatened them with eviction if they didn't pay up. Many of those victims were in Greektown and in Locust Point.
6 minutes after 5 right now. Time for a check on your weather. Let's send it over to meteorologist Linda Charles.
All right, we look at the satellite and radar. Not a whole lot to see this morning. We're not seeing anything on the radar. No type of rain, and the satellite not really picking up on any clouds out there this morning. So we are under mainly clear skies. That will translate into lots of sunshine as we go through the remainder of the morning and also the afternoon. Let's pull out, see if we're going to be seeing any type of wet weather coming into our area this week. And right now, no, we're looking pretty good. Just seeing some thunderstorms now around Iowa and also Missouri, and the further back towards the west you go, yes, dealing with some snow across that area and also some rain showers. Now, in terms of temperatures across our neck of the woods, well, we're chilly this morning. 47 degrees in Laurel, the dew point of 42. Those winds out of the northwest, they're light at about 2 miles an hour right now. Glen Burnie, 47 degrees with a dew point of 39, and you can see those winds out of the south at about 3 miles an hour. So a little bit on the variable side in terms of the wind, but again, light no matter where you go this morning. Glenwood's temperature coming in at 40 degrees with a dew point of 37 degrees. So you get the picture this morning. Don't leave the house without the coat. Let's get a check now of the traffic with Lauren Cook. Good morning. How are those roads looking?
Good morning, Lynette. Layers are key this morning to
Exactly.
stay warm. We unfortunately do have a crash on 95 in Laurel. It's right along the southbound lanes of Route 198. There are no delays, though, traveling northbound up towards 695. 83 going to be in great shape if you are using that to get downtown. You're looking at just that typical 11-minute ride right now from Towson all the way down to Fayette Street. And if you are out traveling on 695, here's a live look at the west side at Liberty Road. No problems to report whatsoever. It will be an easy ride through Pikesville, or if you are traveling the outer loop down towards 95. That is a look at your ABC 2 Time Saver traffic. Megan and Charlie, over to you.
Well, it was a cool Sunday morning, and we were there live as thousands of you turned out racing for a cure.
Yeah, stay with us this morning. Up next, we're going to take you to the Coleman, Maryland Race for the Cure as supporters poured on the pink, raising money and awareness for breast cancer research.
And parents, your little boys may be turning into little men sooner than you think. We're going to show you what a new study reveals about boys and puberty.
Eggs, bacon, and pancakes. Denny's Everyday Value Slam is $4 every day. Wait, is that right? Eggs, bacon, pancakes? Yeah, that's right. The $4 Everyday Value Slam. Only $4 every day. Only at Denny's.
We were skipping stones and letting go over the river and down the road.
At Nature Valley, we know nature comes together in amazing ways. That's why we bring together natural ingredients like dark chocolate with toasted oats or sweet golden honey. Perfect combinations of nature's delicious ingredients. From Nature Valley.
I was thinking that I hope this never ends.
Nature Valley granola bars. Nature at its most delicious.
If the 30-ton truck crashes into your 2-ton car, you can suffer devastating injuries. At Science & Kirk, we have over 35 years experience handling serious injury claims. If you have a phone, you have a lawyer. Call 1-800-LAWYERS.
Deep breaths. Chill out. It's a routine surgery. Probably been done 1,000,000 times. When it's all over, I'll finally get to marry the man I love. We'll go on our honeymoon, move out of the city, have 2.2 kids, and be able to...
At any second, your life could be interrupted by a medical mistake. We'll make sure you and your family get quick compensation for the things you'll miss. Over 100 million recovered for our clients. Call Levinas, Tolsman, and Hamilton at 800-358-4LAW today.
The arteries of your dishwasher are constantly clogging up with grease and limescale. Use Finish dishwasher cleaner every month to keep your machine in sparkling health. For shining results, Finish dishwasher cleaner.
Do you have the card yet? Go to BuyLocalBuyMaryland.com to find out what special offers are waiting for you from area businesses. Buy Local, Buy Maryland. Brought to you by First Mariner Bank. Get your card today and help support the Cal Ripken Senior Foundation.
Today, gaming generates about $180 million for Maryland schools. That's a lot of money.
It's money we need right here in my classroom.
Question 7 will add table games and a new casino for Maryland.
Generating almost $200 million more for education every year.
An audit will ensure that the money goes where it's supposed to. It's the law.
This is about our kids.
This is about better schools.
It's about voting for Question 7.
I'm voting for Question 7.
I'm voting for Question 7.
Antwerpen Hyundai, where Jack says yes and you get more for less.
Well, their stories could break your heart and serve as an inspiration all at the same time. Thousands came out Sunday continuing the fight against breast cancer.
Yeah, they had on every pink item of clothing that they owned, and it was all for the Susan G. Komen Maryland Race for the Cure. Each year, about 4,700 women are diagnosed with breast cancer in Maryland. About 800 of them die from that disease, which makes these survivors even more appreciative of how far they have come. Still, they all remember that it was like what they hear, that when they remember what it was like to hear those 3 words, "You have cancer."
You feel well, so it was just so hard to say, hey, I felt great, you know, you're telling me I have cancer, but I feel great, you know, it's just a hard diagnosis to swallow. And then, of course, a lot of things run through your mind, how long you're going to be alive and that kind of stuff, you know.
Proceeds from the race will go towards dozens of local programs that help women with everything from getting mammograms to treatments and support with their diagnosis.
You can still donate to the cause and keep the vital programs going. Just head to our website, abc2news.com.
All right, well, we certainly had some great weather for Race for the Cure, which is nice because if you've ever been out there year after year, it always seems to be cold. One year it was even snowing. And it's always in October, Lynette.
I know. It wasn't the case this year. It was chilly, but we warmed up nicely. It turned out to be a gorgeous day. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. So let's start you out with the chilly temperatures this morning and say good morning to Emmitsburg. You're at 46 degrees right now. Iamsville, 44. Brookville, 39 degrees. And we're at 50 in Annapolis. Easton at 45 degrees. Cambridge coming in at 52. Havre de Grace, 52 degrees this morning. And 42 in Goldsboro. So make sure you do have that heavy coat as you head out the door this morning. Satellite and radar not picking up on anything. That's why temperatures are really able to drop off this morning. And this will continue as we head through the next several days here. We're looking ahead. Right now we're chilly, but look at the warm air that's going to be moving in here as we head through today. And that will continue as we go through this week. So be prepared for some fabulous weather on tap for us. But also we have to head to the tropics because we do have some tropical trouble that we are watching for you. So you can see this area of disturbed weather right here. It's just to the south of Jamaica. This is poised to become a tropical depression as we go through the next 48 hours. And once it becomes the named storm, that name would be Sandy. And this could plague us as we go into next week. So we're definitely going to keep our eye on this area of trouble. Now, future trend, not picking up on a whole lot for today, just high pressure building in across the area. And it's basically going to keep those clouds at bay. As we look at the planner, as we go into lunchtime today, a great day to eat that lunch outdoors, that temperature coming in at 65 degrees. But my high today will be right around 70 degrees and 80 by Wednesday. Let's get a check now of that ABC2 Time Saver traffic with Lauren Cook. Good morning.
Good morning, Lynette. Loving that 80-degree weather. Unfortunately, we are dealing with a crash right now on 95 in Laurel. It's along the southbound lanes at Route 198. And if you are traveling on Interstate 70 this morning, there's absolutely nothing to get in your way from Columbia Pike all the way over to 695. The west side of the Beltway, no problems to report there. Traveling the outer loop from 795 down towards 95. And this is what the Beltway looks like in Parkville at Harford Road. Everything up to speed, no delays heading up towards Towson. And this is what the northeast corridor of 95 looks like in White Marsh. Everything moving right along, no problems from Route 43 all the way into the city. That is a look at your ABC2 Time Saver traffic. Megan and Charlie, over to you.
5:15, and kids seem to grow up so fast nowadays, it could be coming even faster. A new study finds boys are hitting puberty as early as 9 years old. They say the increase in obesity may be the cause. The authors say the findings stress the importance of getting regular checkups.
But if you've got an 8, 9, or 10-year-old who's getting treated like a 13, 14, 15-year-old when they still have just the body of an older kid but the brain of a younger kid, parents and adults have to help protect that kid and emotionally prepare them for their size as well.
The study was done following a similar one about girls, saying that obesity was the reason they were developing earlier as well.
New guidelines are out this morning for women and cervical cancer tests. They recommend now a big change for women between the ages of 35 and 65. They say they need to only get Pap tests once every 5 years. Doctors say that over-testing can lead to unnecessary medical procedures. At the same time, women should also get tested for HPV. Doctors say that despite these new guidelines, you should still go to your gynecologist for a checkup every single year. A young boy very lucky to be alive this morning.
Yeah, coming up next, we're going to tell you how a tight space between two buildings kept that child from falling to his death.
Also ahead this morning, some of us were treated to a show this weekend. Look at that, the night sky lit up for a meteor shower. We're going to tell you why. Astronomers say this happens at the same time every year.
And if you're heading out the door this morning and you want to get your forecast, all you have to do is download our mobile app. You can see that not a whole lot going on around Maryland, but if you want to track those storms back off towards the west, you can see them around Columbia right now in Des Moines. Make sure you come on back because we'll talk more about the storms that are going to hit us when Good Morning Maryland continues.
This is iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio makes you want to move.
When you have a great melody,
A song can last forever.
Instantly connected.
I love it when the beat goes boom.
iHeartRadio is the way I get to you.
The biggest song, the biggest artist.
All in one place.
iHeartRadio.
I'll see you there.
Your HVAC system worked extremely hard this summer to keep you cool and will work even harder this winter to keep you warm. Give your heating system a special treat with a thorough system check from American Residential Services, now at a super low price of $57. Your system will be cleaned and checked for efficiency. You'll enjoy peace of mind all winter.
If your heat goes out, just give us a call. Have you warm and toasty in no time at all. If you want clean air that's fresh and cooler, ARS and Rescue Rooter.
Dear Chex Cereal, I've never written a fan letter before, but you've done what I thought was impossible. You made good-for-you, gluten-free cereals in a whole bunch of yummy flavors. Cinnamon Chex and Honey Nut Chex are two of our favorites. When my husband Rob found the chocolate one, we were in cereal heaven. The only problem is, with so many great flavors, you're making it very hard to choose. So thanks from your fans, the McGregor family, because we love Chex.
Love Chex? Connect with us on Facebook.
Every time someone chooses Finish over Cascade, it sparks a movement.
Look, no ugly spots. And see that shine? You've got to try Finish.
Because once they try Finish, they can't keep it to themselves.
I'm switching for good.
Wow. Awesome. Finish is seriously good. I can't believe how great it works.
Incredible
I
shine.
won't use anything else. Love Finish.
So far, over 1 million neighbors, friends, and family have switched to Finish. Join the Finish revolution. Recommended by more dishwasher brands worldwide.
Why should our wallets tell us what our favorite color is? Every room deserves to look great, and every footstep should tell us we made the right decision. So when we can feel our way through the newest, softest, and most colorful options across every possible price range, our budgets won't keep picking the style. We will. more saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Right now, get $37 basic installation on all special order carpet.
I'm Ed Prutzer, proud general manager of the newly renovated Rusty Scupper restaurant. You already know us for our delicious seafood and spectacular views, and now you can enjoy them both in one of our brand new private dining rooms. Come back and see us.
Thanks for joining us on this Monday morning. A frightening situation for the parents of a 4-year-old boy. He got stuck between 2 buildings after falling off of a 3rd-floor balcony. Now, the boy was playing on the balcony at his home. This is in China, when he tumbled off and wedged himself in a gap which was about 9 inches wide. Firefighters got to the scene. They tied a rope around him so he wouldn't fall any further. Well, 2 hours later, they managed to break away enough of the wall to free that young boy. Other than a couple of cuts and bruises, that little boy is just fine this morning.
Check out these images of the Orionid meteor shower. They were taken near Avebury, England, about 2 hours west of London. This happens each October and is caused by the Earth intersecting the dust trail of Halley's Comet. The flashes are part of that comet burning up upon around the Earth's atmosphere, made for a great night sky. Mike Masco was talking about that on Friday.
You sound like such a meteorologist, like such a scientist there.
Just read the words.
We'll see if Lynette is impressed later on.
Well, they have gone 2 rounds over the economy, taxes, and social issues. Tonight, it's going to be all about foreign policy.
Yeah, coming up, we're going to bring you a preview from Florida, the site of the 3rd and final debate between President Barack Obama and Governor Mitt Romney.
And we're unseasonably chilly this morning with temperature in Frederick coming in at 37 degrees. By this afternoon, though, we'll warm up. I'll tell you how long the warm temperatures stick around.
There is a crash right now on 95 here in Laurel. I'm tracking the delays, and we'll have your complete time-saver traffic report coming up on Good Morning Maryland.
This morning and tomorrow, it's Taylor Swift exclusive.
This is gonna be so good.
This morning, the live interview. Tomorrow, the GMA concert event. And only on...
Well, good morning, America.
Presented by Target.
On the road, you never know what lies ahead. But with AAA Auto Insurance, you can count on great rates and coverage from a name you trust.
Which private school was named Maryland's top parents' choice?
Glen Oak Country School.
Maybe it's because the classes are small.
It's because focused teachers work in harmony so children can find their talents, follow their passions, and make a difference in the world.
There's greatness within your child.
You know it, and we'll find it and nurture it.
We promise.
Glen Elk Country School, Maryland's top parents' choice. Call to schedule your personal tour today.
BaltimoreLaw.tv, when you need information about the law.
Like a lot of things, trying to find a better job can be frustrating. So at University of Phoenix, we're working with a growing list of almost 2,000 corporate partners, companies like Microsoft, American Red Cross, and Adobe, to create options for you. Not only that, we're using what we learned from these partners to shape our curriculum, so that when you find the job you want, you'll be a perfect fit. Let's get to work.
Please listen to me. I'm Dr. Kevin Hornsby, and if you suffer from any type of ED, I can help you now, regardless of your age or medical history, even if you have prostate problems or diabetes. There's no pain or surgery, just the newest safe and effective medications, custom blended just for you. I'm so sure you'll have a positive reaction to the medication the first visit that if you don't, it's free, guaranteed. If Viagra and Cialis have let you down, call now.
Maryland's lost more jobs than any other state so far this year. 10,000 jobs lost. Ben Cardin's been in Maryland politics 45 years. What's he done? In some Maryland communities, unemployment is 30%. And Ben Cardin's asking for our vote again? I'll bring $5.5 billion in private investment into Maryland to create jobs and 15,000 internships for disadvantaged youth. I'm Rob Savani, and I approve this message. Don't waste your vote. Let's try something new.
On the road, you never know what lies ahead. But with AAA Auto Insurance, you can count on great rates and coverage from a name you trust.
Well, if you have a teenager who's getting close to getting their license, there's a good chance you could be losing some sleep at night.
Yeah, absolutely, and for good reason. Car crashes are the #1 killer of teenagers. Today, the Maryland Teen Safe Driving Coalition is hosting a meeting to discuss what can be done to keep teenagers safe on the roads. Some parents have been affected by the crashes involving teen drivers will be there. Research shows that the state could save $200 million each year by strengthening its teen driving restrictions.
It is 5:25. A shopper's good deed turns into a viral campaign.
I love this story. Stay with us this morning. We're going to tell you how one person's decision to help a stranger turned into a big pay-it-forward effort.
And a bizarre shooting sends one girl to the hospital after a relative mistook her for a wild animal. We'll explain this coming to us out of Pennsylvania when Good Morning Maryland continues.
Good morning. Topping America's money, gas prices are now plunging. The average is $3.68 a gallon, down 12 cents in the past week. That's still the highest price ever for this time of year, but AAA expects it to keep falling at a fairly good clip. Most of us are going to be hit by a big tax increase next year, no matter who wins the election. A temporary reduction in Social Security payroll taxes will expire at the end of the year, with no talk in Washington about an extension. Airfares will continue going up next year, but not as fast as they have been, only 1 to 4%. Airline tickets are up 4.5% so far this year, and fares rose twice as much last year. And Paranormal Activity 4 was tops at the box office this weekend, although its ticket sales were just a ghost of the last two films in the series. Still, its $30 million weekend haul is several times its costs. A fifth movie is planned. And that's America's Money. I'm John Muller.
America's Money, brought to you by Cadillac.
Count the number of buttons in your car. Now, count the number of buttons on your tablet. Isn't it time the automobile advanced? Introducing Q in the all-new Cadillac XTS. The simplicity of a tablet has come to your car. The all-new Cadillac XTS has arrived, and it's bringing the future forward. See your Cadillac dealer for this attractive offer.
We gave a bunch of preschoolers silk in their cereal instead of milk.
They gave good to me.
What'd they think?
I would beg Mama to get it.
They loved it. And it's the taste most adults prefer on their cereal.
Good.
With 50%